When you think about history's most important places, it's not always the sites of the biggest, loudest battles, is it?
Not at all. Sometimes their real significance is quieter, more about steady control, foresight, maybe sheer logistical smarts.
Exactly. And today, we're taking a deep dive into just such a place, Jaigad Fort.
Ah, Jaigad, right there in the Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra.
Yeah, perched, about 200 feet above sea level, right at the mouth of the Shastri River, a proper sea fort.
Definitely. Originally built, the records suggest either the Bahamani or the Adilshahi dynasty.
So our mission today is really to unpack why this fort, which interestingly didn't see a huge famous battle, was still so absolutely vital.
Especially within the Maratha Empire under Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Right. We want to explore how it was captured, what changes were made, and, why it mattered so much then and maybe even now.
Well, the capture itself is fascinating. Around 1661 CE, Shivaji Maharaj took it, but it wasn't like defeating a specific king in single combat.
Oh, so who was it taken from then?
It was under the broader control of the Adilshahi Sultanate of Bijapur. So think a local Adilshahi governor or commander was managing it.
Ah, I see. So no dramatic showdown with a named Raja on the ramparts.
Exactly. Which is quite different from the picture we often get.
That really is interesting because history often highlights those big clashes. So does this suggest maybe a different kind of warfare, or was Jaigad just an exception for Shivaji Maharaj?
That's a great question. It does challenge that standard battle narrative, doesn't it? You'd expect maybe a long siege.
Weeks? Months even?
Right. But the campaign for Jaigad, very short, likely just weeks, which strongly suggests, well, no massive drawn-out fight.
So what was the strategy then? How did it fall so quickly?
It seems to have involved rapid movement, surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely leveraging local support, which was crucial.
The locals knew the area, the paths.
Exactly. And using sea access strategically. Resistance was probably minimal. It might have even been something like a negotiated surrender by the garrison.
A diplomatic solution, perhaps? Or just seeing the writing on the wall?
Could be either. The key outcome was the fort was in Maratha hands by early 1661. Less Hollywood battle, more strategic chess move.
Calculated, quiet, effective, like you said, a chess game.
Pretty much. Checkmate without a big noisy clash.
Okay, so a masterclass in quiet efficiency. But even the smartest plans need people to make them happen, right? Who are the key players in this quiet takeover and the transformation afterwards?
Absolutely. Shivaji Maharaj was the visionary, the architect of the whole Konkan defense plan, but he had a core team.
Right, it's never just one person.
Definitely not. Nayak Bandari, for instance, commander of the Konkan Navy. His role seems critical, especially with a potential sea blockade.
A sea blockade. Ah, so cutting off supplies or reinforcements from the sea.
Precisely. It weakens the fort considerably without a direct assault. Kind of like starving it out strategically.
A surgical approach, not a sledgehammer. Makes sense. Who else was key?
Then you have Yasaji Kank. He seems instrumental not just during the capture, but really important afterwards. Securing the fort, reinforcing it, getting it ready for its new role.
The consolidation phase, basically, making sure the gain was permanent.
Exactly. And we absolutely have to mention the Konkan Mavalas, the local Maratha warriors.
The boots on the ground?
Absolutely essential. Their local knowledge, their support for the Maratha cause, their intelligence gathering, invaluable for any operation in that terrain.
So once the fort was secured, thanks to this team, what was Shivaji Maharaj's vision for it? What did he do with Jaigad? What changed?
This is where his strategic genius really shines, I think. He didn't just occupy it, he transformed it.
How so?
Well, first, fortifications. He significantly beefed up the outer walls and bastions, especially those facing the sea, making it much tougher against any naval threat.
Okay, strengthening the defenses, stand-up practice, maybe?
Yes, but the purpose shifted too. It wasn't just a defensive structure anymore. It became a crucial naval watchpost, specifically tasked with monitoring foreign ships.
Foreign ships, like the Portuguese or the Mughals.
Exactly. The Portuguese, the Sidis, even European traders, and potentially Mughal vessels.
Yeah.
It became an eye on the sea.
Wow. Okay, so less a passive wall, more an active surveillance point, like a 17th century coastal radar.
That's a great analogy, actually. And it wasn't just about watching ships. The fort commanded the Shastri River and Jaigad Creek.
Which means controlling movement inland.
And controlling trade. Regulating commerce, protecting Maratha interests. It added an economic dimension to its military role.
Right, power comes from trade routes, too.
Definitely. And to make it function, he established a permanent garrison, a small army unit, and made sure it had adequate food storage. Self-sufficiency was key.
So it could operate independently if needed.
Precisely. And interestingly, existing temples inside were maintained. He respected the existing structures, but also added some smaller Maratha ones.
Ah, so a blend of continuity and clear Maratha presence. Cultural assertion alongside military strategy.
Well put. It showed respect, but also marked the shift in power.
Okay, so we have this quiet capture, a dedicated team, significant upgrades turning it into a watchpost controlling trade. How did all these pieces make Jaigad this unsung strategic hero? What's the bigger picture?
Right, connecting the dots. Jaigad became indispensable for Konkan coastal defense. It was a frontline guardian against raids, particularly from the Portuguese in the city, who were constant thorns in the Maratha side along that coast.
A shield for the coastline.
Yes, but also a vital link. Think of it as a key node in a network. It helped connect other major forts like Bijapur, Sindhudurg with the inland capital, Rajgad.
Ah, ensuring supply lines were secure. That's crucial for any large territory.
Absolutely critical. Smooth supply lines, communication. It held that network together. Its position gave constant intelligence on sea movements, Mughals, Europeans, everyone.
Constant surveillance.
Yeah, and it also functioned as a naval base, a smaller one perhaps, but significant, supporting the Maratha Navy, first under Shivaji Maharaj himself, and later famously under Kanhoji Angre.
Kanhoji Angre, the Maratha naval legend. So Jaigad supported his operations too.
It was part of that vital infrastructure. So, you see, its real power wasn't from one big, bloody battle. It was from this consistent, quiet control over sea lanes, over trade, over defense intelligence.
It became a linchpin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A critical linchpin in the whole Maratha strategy for dominating that western coastline.
So let's wrap this up. Jaigad Fort. Maybe not famous for a massive battle you'd read about in every school book, but strategically invaluable.
Absolutely. A crucial link between land and sea, letting the Marathas really assert control over the coast, building power from the sea inwards, in a way.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? When you consider how pivotal a place like Jaigad was, despite its, quiet history, it does raise a question, what other seemingly less dramatic historical moments, or maybe less famous locations, might actually hold the keys to understanding really profound shifts in power and influence, if only we take the time to do a deep dive into their story.